We're so happy you could join us on our video today. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
We're excited. We're glad you could join us for another Chasing Our Sunshine.
I'm Joel.
And I'm Deb, if you haven't seen us before. But all of you that are in our Sunshine Squad, we hope you brought champagne with tonight to watch this video. RV life, was it a mistake or a mishap? Absolutely not. I said, we love RV life, but it does come with its challenges. And not everything is always rainbows and sunshine. Some days it rains.
Yes, it does. Some days it snows.
Sometimes it's extremely cold. But we wanted to recap our biggest mistakes and mishaps throughout the whole entire year of 2022. And we want you to tell us if it's a mistake or a mishap.
Leave a comment in below which ones are mistakes and which ones are mishaps. Time to open ours.
Woo!
Woohoo! Oh, we scared the dog.
You scared me. Our fancy plastic champagne glasses that we actually got from the Grand Canyon Railway when we did the train ride up to the Grand Canyon.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers!
And here's to a great 2022 and looking forward to a 2023. And if you haven't yet, now's a great time to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified when our next video comes out.
Subscribing to our channel actually helps us out, and also leaving a comment does. Even if it's a small one, just to say hi, it really helps the algorithm for YouTube to let them know that people are watching, and it helps push it out to other fellow RVers and people that are interested in travel and information. And we love our Sunshine Squad, so we want to thank all of you that are already subscribed, but we want others to also learn from us, our mistakes, how much it costs, all this information that we normally put out. So subscribing or leaving a comment really helps us, and also a thumbs up on the video.
And subscribing is free.
Absolutely. Who doesn't love free?
All right, so we'll get started with our 10 top mistakes or mishaps. Our first one had to do with our Berkey.
Yes. We were traveling and we had our Berkey set up on the counter like we normally had, and had been traveling full time in the RV for approximately 6 to 7 months at this point. And Joel was making a right turn around a corner to go to a campground. I actually had been recording the corner where we were turning into the RV park or going down the road, had a really nice like roadside thing. So I was trying to get that on film, and then I heard the explosion. I ended up dropping the GoPro and I looked back and saw water all over the floor in the Berkey on the ground. So I instantly knew what it was.
It really wasn't even a tough corner. We were turning just onto a main street in that fun little town heading to the campground, and for some reason that did it.
Yep. So the good thing is there's nothing wrong with the Berkey. The floor was of course wet with about a gallon of water because that's the size we have, and I just mopped it up and we had clean floors then.
Going forward, the Berkey now rides in the shower.
Yes, it does. Wherever it falls over, there's not a big mess to clean up. So, was that a mistake or a mishap? Number 2. Woo.
Moving on to number 2.
Each of us have certain roles when we're setting up and taking down that take place. And I will fully admit that I forgot to do something. So hint, hint, this might be a mistake. But I actually use ponytail holders to shut the cabinets from keeping stuff from opening in our kitchen area and above our table. I forgot to do that. I was out directing Joel as he came around to park in the campsite and had hit a bump, and above the sink the cabinet came open, and that's where all of our plates and dishes are.
Yeah, they came crashing down onto the floor.
Yeah, luckily once again nothing broke, but that was definitely something I missed during setup, and why it's so important to always use a checklist of some sort in order to make sure things get done and taken place, and double check each other's work as well.
And it's not all her fault, because one of my tasks is to do an interior walk around and make sure everything's secure, and I for some reason didn't do it that day.
Yeah, which leads us right into number 3.
My job is on the outside mostly when we're setting up, so obviously that's the water hoses and sewer hoses and electric hoses and so forth. And I, for some reason, left our water splitter at the campground.
Yeah, which also, once again, I'm supposed to do a walk around outside, and I didn't do that and didn't notice that we had forgotten the water splitter.
I must have gotten interrupted for some reason to forget that.
Overall, not a big deal, but was that a mistake or a mishap?
And we've already replaced it, so no big deal.
All right.
Number 4, we were in
Virginia at 1,000 Trails, and we were sitting inside the RV, and we heard a large crunch.
We weren't sure what it was. It was after dark. We did not get out at that time to see what the big crunch was, and we did not notice until the next day that
whoever it was had backed right into our tow vehicle and crunched in the front bumper. Luckily, it's not that bad and didn't cause any damage except for cosmetic, so we really haven't done anything about it.
No, and we didn't notice it until we had gone the next day, or maybe it was even 2 days later. We had gone for a hike, and when we were coming back to the vehicle from the hike, I happened to notice it.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on us what happened that night of the crunch.
Because I had looked out the window that night and I saw a travel trailer driving through, and this campground was very rooted up and it was moving forward, so I just assumed that it must have hit or bottomed out on some of those ruts and roots from the trees, and didn't think anything of it until we saw the damage to our tow vehicle. Is that a mistake or a mishap? Number 5.
Number 5.
Ooh, this one, take a sip.
We were on our way from Virginia down to North Carolina, and luckily I was watching the TST tire monitoring system and noticed that our tires on the tow vehicle were getting very hot and the pressure was rising rapidly. So we pulled over as soon as we could. I got out, and as soon as I went back there, I noticed that the brake lights to the tow vehicle were on.
And it smelled.
I knew immediately that the brakes were engaged on the tow vehicle.
Like I said, it completely smelled like burnt rubber because we were burning rubber, and needless to say, what saved us was our tire pressure monitoring system.
We purchased from Techno RV, it's the TST monitoring system.
The 507, and we can honestly say it saved us, and totally recommend having a tire pressure monitoring system. And we'll leave a link to our Techno RV affiliate link for the tire pressure monitoring system so that you can be safe on the road too. We would never travel without one.
That could have been a disaster.
Techno RV did just send us a brand new monitor to test out so we can report back to you if the new monitor that's colored and larger screen is actually better than the one that the original system came with, and we will let you know about that in a future video. So is that a mistake or a mishap?
Number 6 gives me the biggest headaches. It is the problems with the GPS systems that are out there.
Oh my gosh. Literally, when we're in the RV, we have 3 different GPS going. Normally our RV friendly Garmin, that is an 890. We have our app from RV Life Pro that we use, and then we also use Google. So we have 2 phones going with GPS and then a main GPS going, and all 3 of them will tell us to go a different direction. And 2 of them are specifically set up for being RV friendly with our height, width, and length.
Yeah, it gets a little frustrating when 2 of them are telling you to go different ways, so you just got to make a call and follow one and turn the other one off.
The other thing we didn't realize before we had gone full time, RV life, you live by a GPS unit. It's very rarely, unless you stay long in an area, that you get to know the area. Otherwise, you are on your GPS getting directions all the time. We also have a full video about our issues with GPS units when we were in Salt Lake City. So I'll leave a link up here for that video.
Well, and also, the GPS took us one way from the campground, brought us back a different way. I don't know why.
But it is definitely something to consider. And so is that a mistake or a mishap? Or should we just go back to paper maps?
or just plain a problem.
Yeah.
Number 7, we're just gonna call our big day of trouble.
Yeah, it was literally. But we did a whole video on this, so you can sit back, watch it, and laugh, because you name it, in one day, it was almost over 2 days, I should say, everything we touched broke.
Yeah, we were in San Antonio, and the water heater element broke. Car battery started to die, so I went to grab the jumper pack for that. That didn't work. Then once we got it going, we took the car for a ride and got that going, and the radio wasn't working in the vehicle. And once we got back, we were locked out of the RV.
It was a fun day.
Yeah. Fun, frustrating, whatever you want to call it.
We can laugh about it all now. And I'll leave a link up here for the video and in the description if you want to watch that video. It's quite funny. Like I said, we can laugh about it now, and that's a good point to bring up, is that's why we're chasing our sunshine, is because you need to make your own sunshine, because not everything is perfect.
No.
So we found our own sunshine that day, and luckily nothing else broke.
The neighbors liked watching Deb crawl through the window, though.
It was quite funny.
All right, number 8. Probably our biggest headache to date is the issue with our slide.
The frustrations in dealing with our Schwintek slides and trying to get them repaired has been stressful.
Yeah, it's our main bedroom slide that we've been having issue with, and we've been having to try to find somebody to fix it, and that's been a challenge.
So we've had 2 RV techs actually say they could do it and then back out the day before they're supposed to come repair it. The one actually pointed us out to a business in the St. Augustine area, and they advised us that they didn't even want to touch them.
Yeah, they said they didn't want to own it.
They guarantee their work 100%,
Right.
but because of all the issues that have been occurring with the Schwintek slides, they weren't even interested in even looking at it. But they did give us the name of a third mobile repair guy, so we're crossing our fingers and we're hoping the third guy's a charm.
Right.
But I said we've been living with the actual slide in since October, and it is December 28th currently, and crossing our fingers that this all works out, and hopefully we don't have to live for several more months with missing one slide.
Right.
Luckily, it's like the one slide that we're able to function and work with just fine in order to live in the RV.
Right. When that slides in, there's really only one part of the back closet that we can't get to, but everything else is accessible, and we don't have to really crawl over everything too bad. So luckily, that's the slide that's out. We got lucky with that.
Yeah. So is that a mistake or a mishap? Or just RV life? All right. Number 9.
Number 9 is the problem we had with our lead acid batteries when we were in Reno.
As we were traveling across from Texas to Reno, Nevada, we stayed at a Harvest Host one night, and we discovered our batteries were not working.
They were losing charge way faster than they ever had before, so we knew something was wrong with them. And I had been maintaining the water levels, so we weren't sure what was going on. I think they were just getting to their end of life.
Yes, and Joel woke up for some reason at 3 in the morning and checked on the battery levels, and we were almost dead in the water.
Luckily, we were somewhere where I could turn the generator on to keep us up and running, and we made it through the night.
And then we ended up making it to Reno, Nevada, where we ended up purchasing our Battleborn batteries.
Yeah, we had been researching lithium batteries before just because we knew at some point we wanted to change to them, and we happened to be driving over to my godparents' house, and lo and behold, there's Battleborn batteries right there.
And they were having a sale at that point, so we ended up purchasing 2 of their Game Changer batteries, and that name is literally correct.
Absolutely.
They are a game changer.
We have not had a battery issue since, and they have made our life a lot easier. Battleborn was great to work with. We weren't going to be in town very long. I called them on a Tuesday. They said they would build them on Wednesday, and I could pick them up on Thursday. That was awesome.
It was, and we were able to get it switched right out there in the RV park, and we did do a video on that as well. So I'll leave a link up here and in the description to our replacement of our batteries. So is our batteries going dead like that? Was that a mistake on our part or a mishap? Let us know.
Right.
But this actually brings us to our number 10.
Number 10. We were driving to upstate New York in the rain one day, and we got to our friend's new land, and I got all set up, and I noticed that my battery monitoring system wasn't working on my phone. So I went out and looked, and unfortunately I had the Victron monitoring puck in the bay with the batteries, and there was a hole in the bottom of the bay there, so that got all wet and wouldn't work anymore.
The hole was from where the drawer was, where the old batteries were, and we had taken that drawer out, and when the tech removed the drawer, nothing was placed over those holes to prevent water from coming up in there.
Well, we had gotten all but one hole, so unfortunately the Victron monitoring puck was sitting right next to that, and that got wet, and the batteries didn't get wet itself, just the puck, so it stopped working. Again, we were only going to be where we were a short time, and I wanted to make sure we got that fixed because we were going to be doing some boondocking, so I called Battleborn, and they were able to send me out a new system within a couple days, so I was able to fix that, and once again Battleborn came through.
Yeah, so is that a mistake or a mishap? That brings us to our exciting news, and we cannot thank Battleborn Batteries enough for their amazing products. And because we loved Battleborn Batteries so much, we have partnered with them and are now affiliates.
So along with that partnership, the big news is we're going to be at the Battleborn booth at the Tampa RV show on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yes, where you can come talk to us about our setup that we have for our RV using the Battleborn batteries and the Victron monitoring system, and possible upgrades that we might do in the future to the RV itself, including that system. And even better, and the best news that we're so excited for our Sunshine Squad, we get to share a one-on-one interview with the CEO of Battleborn Batteries.
Yeah, we get to talk to him about upcoming products and what might be new in the coming future.
And we get to ask him any questions that we want. So this is an opportunity for all of you that watch Chasing Our Sunshine and a part of the Sunshine Squad to ask the CEO personally a question. How cool is that?
So if you want to know something about Battleborn or Dragonfly Energy, what's going on with them, leave a comment below and we'll be sure to ask the CEO.
Yeah, we'll even do a shout out to you while we're actually in the interview if we select your question. Another exciting news is that while we're at the Battleborn booth, you can come up if you're a member of the Sunshine Squad and say hello to us. And if you come up and you say, make your own sunshine, the first 2 people that come up and say this to us, we have Chasing Our Sunshine's t-shirts to give. Anybody else that comes after that will also receive a prize.
Come out and see us.
We can't wait to see you at the Tampa RV show. We know some of you aren't going to be able to make it,
Right.
but we'll make sure that we get as much inside information at the show to share it all with you, all of you. But this is where we're probably going to end this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Are some of these mistakes and mishaps, have they happened to you? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, and if other things have happened to you that are frustrating or have caused you problems, again, leave a comment below.
And now you know what we're going to do?
We're going to roll those bloopers because you know I always have them.
We always both have them. So we'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.
See you later.
Cheers!
Cheers and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Getting the funniness out of the way of the video first. Awkward, what do I do with my hands?
Here, hold you like this.
I know. All right.
Something because that's the only time that I must have got interrupted or something I must have gotten interrupted for some reason to forget that. Back, come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good girl. Now we got Maya where she needs to be. All right, number 8.
Thanks for coming along on our journey to be chasing our sunshine. Remember, life is about moments and not things, and you can always create your own sunshine. And you can find us chasing it in our RV.